Nick, are you going to try to do a British accent?
I don't think I can do a British accent. Let me take that back. I could do a British accent, but I think I would offend an entire population.
Or at least a class segment of their population.
Right. I would Dick Van Dyke has nothing on me as far as offending an entire people.
See, that's my favorite British accent of all time. The worst British accent is my favorite British accent.
Because it doesn't sound anything like an actual person. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and he does that little penguin dance too.
Right.
I would like to try to do a British accent, but I'm afraid I might offend not only the people, but probably my boss too. He's British.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Come on, Paul. You can do it. You can do one.
My Dick Van Dyke?
At least ask for some more. Can you ask for some more?
Oh, yeah. Please, sir, may I have some more?
That's great. That's perfect.
I want to talk about not only cereal today, but a whole culture and a whole people.
Because we really like to do broad strokes here on Superhero Podcast.
That's right. It's kind of a political show. There's political undertones that only the really smart get.
We're really a multi-layered show. You might think on the surface that we're just about cereal and cereal fandom, but really, it's a lot of layers. It's like an onion.
Yeah, season 1 is a whole allegory for this year's election, basically.
Just go back through. You'll see it. You'll pick up on all the science. Yeah.
Who's Kellogg? Who's Post? Who's Mom? It's all there.
Mom is definitely Gary Johnson.
I thought it was Jill Stein, but that's okay. Well, this is Paul.
And this is Nick.
And this is Cereal.
Cereal!
I think I bit my tongue right there.
You bit your tongue on your name?
No, on Cereal.
Cereal.
All right. Today we are talking about British cereals. We are so excited. We literally have 6 different cereals that we are going to try to review in this whole episode. So it could be longer than our last episode.
Oh, nothing can be longer than our last episode.
We have a very special guest live via simulcast.
Technology simulcast.
Live via satellite.
CBS presents this in simulcast.
That's right. Via satellite from Aloha, Hawaii. We have our good friend Courtney joining us today. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Paul. And hi, Nick. So I have a suggestion for when you have new guests on the show. I think they should give their cereal history so people kind of understand a little bit of the context of where they're coming in.
Wow.
For example,
brand new guest and already pitching ideas. You're on the show for 5 seconds already.
And I'm taking over.
I forgot whose show this was.
Well, here, fine. You don't have to do it with everybody else. But I think it's important that people understand that from my perspective, the craziest cereal got in my childhood, Kix, was as sugary as it got. Yeah. And that was like a dramatic big win. Kix.
That was the hill that you fought and died on.
Yeah.
Kix.
Seriously.
An original too? Not even Berry Berry?
Oh, God, no. So all of my kind of sugary experience has happened. I remember eating Lucky Charms in college, and that was like, oh my God, I'm an adult now. I'm going to buy Lucky Charms.
That's the best. Just first of all, that eating Lucky Charms means finally I've grown up. I've become my own person because I can eat Lucky Charms. And 2, it seems like college is like a real time of experimentation in cereal and in life.
Yeah.
It is.
Like I've said, if some people experiment with drugs, some people experiment with alcohol. Clearly, Courtney and I experimented with cereal. I mean...
Golden Grams and Lucky Charms for your Hennessy 151.
I'm going to put my feet on the coffee table. I'm going to adjust the thermostat when I want to. And I'm going to buy Lucky Charms. And just eat the marshmallows. Well, just to give a little background on Courtney. Courtney works with me in our London office. And I would say about a month ago, she was flying back from London to Florida. She made a stop in Atlanta and brought me via carry-on.
That's right, folks.
Six boxes of British cereal that I also got to select from what grocery store?
This was Sainsbury's. Yeah, I did a panicked FaceTime call from Sainsbury's because the cereal aisle was too overwhelming.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It felt like the Walmart Supercenter cereal aisle, like just jam-packed and very bewildered proper British people staring at the camera as they walk by.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So if you brought the cereals all on carry-on, what did you have to leave behind in order for you to bring them all?
Good question, Nick. But this is where I can brag about my Platinum Delta status that lets me carry on whatever I want to carry on. Yeah.
Oh,
but
very fancy.
I
someone's
also
fancy.
I didn't want to check the cereal in either, because I mean, to go through all of that and have like crushed, rubble to be giving to Paul didn't seem right. I took this job seriously. I took this volunteer podcast job seriously.
I'm sure we've broken a lot of tax and tariff laws, because then I split them in half, Ziplocked all of them, bubble wrapped them, and then shipped them another 3,000 miles out to Nick.
We've broken a lot of laws today for just for this podcast that, dozens of people listen to.
I know. All three of them will appreciate what we've gone through.
All three of them.
All right, Nick, I'm going to have you go first. We've got a little gimmick today, too. As we talk about the cereals, Courtney is going to eat them live on air as she participates, because she was just on, as the locals call it, the tube, coming back from the grocery store to get milk. Do they have Wi-Fi on the underground?
They do. They do.
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nick, I want you to pick first.
I mean, I feel like that we need to start this off on a high note.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's start with the Crave. The Crave.
Okay.
Roulette.
Crave Roulette.
Kellogg's Crave is a cereal that we do have in the U.S. We only have chocolate and double chocolate, I think.
Yeah. I don't think we have any like strawberry or any vanilla flavors of Crave.
So they have Crave Chocolate Roulette, which this one we have is a Halloween box, and it has 4 different flavors in it. Chocolate caramel, white chocolate, chocolate hazelnut, and milk chocolate.
Man.
This was amazing.
It was, I mean, I don't want to influence Courtney's impression of the cereal, but it was super good. It was, I don't know, there's something about like chocolate from another land that is so much better than our chocolate.
Well, guys, actually, chocolate from another land, and England has a lot of pride about that. The way they do dairy here, like they have to change the recipe of British chocolate that's produced in the US. So chocolate from another land is produced different and better, and they're pretty prideful about it. So I assume the same applies for whatever they're putting inside this Crave.
You have to hope so anyway. It's just so good. Just every bite, like even though it's like a melange of flavors, it's just every bite is so good.
All right, I'm trying it.
I was excited about the chocolate hazelnut because we've talked multiple times about a Nutella cereal, and this is about as close as we've ever gotten to the sun right here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Ferrero is ever going to do, or whoever. I don't think they're ever going to make a Nutella cereal, but this is pretty darn close.
Yeah. So as Courtney enjoys, Nick, what was your first impression? Or just sort of, because my style, fistfuls of dry cereal first. Is how I start any box of cereal.
It's almost like people when they put their hands inside like the barrels of coffee beans when they walk into places. Like that's what you do. Is you just shove your hand inside of the cereal box.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I tasted the hazelnut one first. It was just every time that I bit into a piece of cereal, it was like a new great flavor. Mm-hmm. And it's definitely candy. I mean, just because Crave isn't from another land doesn't mean that it's not the same thing. It's just candy for breakfast, but it's great candy for breakfast.
Oh, it was so good. Except, I mean, the only thing about it is it's like so many flavors, just like a full frontal attack on your taste buds.
But an enjoyable one.
Yeah. Did you then try? I tried to then eat them individually, and I would snap them in half and sort of see which one was which.
Like a box of chocolates.
That's right.
Just try to see which one you get.
I agree, Nick, that the Nutella flavor or the chocolate hazelnut dominates in a mixed bite, but in a way that is pretty pleasing. I'm a huge Nutella fan, yeah. So I think you guys are onto something with this Nutella cereal. I really do.
I think the Nutella cereal has to be like a Crave with a chocolate filling too, because otherwise it's just a Reese's Puff, and we don't need another one of those. I like the Crave dry. I like it with milk. it was the hardest one for me to split off to send to Nick.
She only gave me 5 cereals. I don't know. Wait, I don't know what happened to the other one. It got lost in transit.
This was also the one that Courtney was the most excited about on the FaceTime at Sainsbury's. She's like, "Oh my god, we got this Crave chocolate! Oh, we gotta get this one, Paul. We're gonna get this one. We're gonna do it."
Yeah.
Well, that's a banger choice. It's great.
I think it was also the smallest of all the boxes.
It just wasn't that's a box that honeycomb comes in the giant like supersized box. Like that's a cereal that needs to come in the honeycomb box. Honeycomb should be in the small box so that you can only get like 5 or 6 honeycombs and you're good.
They need a family size. They must not have families that eat cereal in England.
Well, actually, I was going to ask if you guys were interested in kind of a general perspective, because I remember at the very beginning, Paul, when you were like, hey, do some recon. So I talked to my British colleagues about cereal and kind of like the attitude. And first they were like, what do you mean your colleague has a podcast about cereal? And I was like, well, what I said. My colleague has a podcast about cereal.
Well, you probably should have translated it into British. It's like, oh, my chum has a talkie about porridge.
Yeah.
Or something, I don't know.
Has an iPhone.
He's not from the 1920s.
No, they do have weird words. And an iPhone talkie about breakfast. I don't even know what they call it. But their attitude, which, and Paul, maybe you can attest to after seeing the cereal aisle, they kind of immediately made fun of American cereal, like, oh, you guys have all that fruity, colorful and you call it breakfast, all that sugary, blue colored. And I was like, yeah, we do, yes.
Right.
And if you think about it,
something we can't refute.
Yeah. All right, I'll allow it. Because all of these are just plays on chocolate and, yes, there was some berry stuff, but never pink or blue or, tricks or, fruity pebbles, that kind of stuff. They were laughing at like Americans eating sugar for breakfast, Right. Donuts are still kind of a new thing here, Breakfast is proper, I guess. Well, yeah, they eat tomatoes and beans.
Just
fun,
zero
yeah.
fun.
Well, British breakfast is tomatoes and beans and mushrooms, right? That's like proper British breakfast.
That's barely lunch.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I mean, come on.
That's like a camping lunch.
That's like a lunch when you have nothing else.
It's like your first Boy Scout trip and you didn't pack properly. Beans on toast. Okay.
That's lunch when you have nothing else in the refrigerator. It's like, I guess we can make something with this ketchup, and I think that we've got half a can of beans. Do something with that. I guess we'll just combine it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah. So Krave is good.
Don't understand why they don't have it here. See, now this is not like it's a brand that doesn't exist. There's absolutely no reason why they don't have Crave Roulette in the United States. I think along with Ziploc enclosure for the cereal bag, I think Crave Roulette needs to be our next mission for the United States.
We should start a change.org petition. I hear those work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's that political undertone again.
The political undertone becoming an overtone for that one.
Okay, I'm going to go next with one that I thought was number 2, which is Ricicles.
Ricicles, yeah. Those were good.
Now, this came in a huge box.
Did it?
This came in, well, huge for Europe. I'm sorry. Huge for England.
Because they're not Europe.
Because it's no longer part of Europe.
That's right. This came in a big box. Like an American size Rice Krispies box is what this came in. Ricicles are frosted Rice Krispies.
They're good. They're definitely good.
I thought these were better than our frosted Krispies.
This is also a good cereal for jazz style. This is a good cereal to mix with other cereals. Like this was a good thing with the, we'll talk about it later, but the Nesquik cereal that we had. That was a good combination. Like just on the edge of being too sweet, but still really good.
Paul, I'm hoping you have some history on Captain Rick. That's
Captain
what I
Rick
think
is awesome.
I mean, yeah, that's what it says on his helmet.
He's the mascot for Ricicles. I did find some stuff, like they had other cartoon show tie-ins, like British cartoon mascots for this that I had never heard of. But Captain Rick is clearly just zipping through the galaxy on his sugar-fused rocket ship or jetpack. I was also happy that this had the amount of sugar that I would hope a frosted cereal would have, because I feel like some of these other ones weren't as sweet as they should have been. This was very sweet.
Like those rockets are just not even doing anything. He's just like zooming to the moon just based on the sugar high alone.
He looks like a knockoff Captain Nemo. Is that a guy?
I don't know. It also looks like he's a ginger under the helmet. Can you see that?
Yeah. He looks like Stewie's nemesis.
Yeah,
with a cheap, like, off-brand, color-changed Buzz Lightyear outfit.
Yeah.
The best thing about this box, there's two things that I love. One is the Kellogg's is by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, purveyors of cereal. So she's got the Hellman's mayonnaise seal on there.
Yeah, that's serious, that seal there.
Yeah.
And then it's got a buy one, get one free, or grown-ups go free to all of these British theme parks.
Yeah.
Nick, I want to read you these names. You have to
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah, let's play a game.
Okay. We've got Chessington World of Adventures.
Is it only adventures that are based in Chessington?
It's got a rhinoceros.
That's not in Chessington.
I just love Chessington.
It's a quintessential like English name or British name.
The Alton Towers Resort. So Alton Brown has a theme park in England. He talks about grape juice.
Yeah, talk a lot about grape juice. He loves popover. You only eat popovers at that place.
Do you know that was the first time I was ever exposed to Alton Brown was the Welch's grape juice commercial?
100% grape.
There's a Legoland Discovery Centre.
Centre?
Well, center. It's spelled wrong.
Oh.
Centre.
There's Madame Tussauds, the National Aquatic Centre in Dublin, and Ailwee Cave. Ooh.
Yeah, and then a few things that sound like they're straight out of Harry Potter. Warwick Castle, Blackpool Tower, the dungeons.
There's also the Jurassic Skyline.
Now, are we saying that these are dinosaurs that like worked in office buildings? Like,
Yeah.
they created. Like, I'm picturing like Jurassic Park dinosaurs, just like in their pantsuits
With ties.
with ties and stuff, just like working at like another day at the office, T-Rex.
No, it's where it's the corporate office for the construction company in the sitcom Dinosaurs.
That's it. That's where it is.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a flashback.
Honey, I'm home.
Courtney, what do you want to try next?
I think I want to get one of your lesser favorites over with. So I'm kind of staring here at the golden nuggets, which nugget. You know how some people hate the word moist? Nugget is the word for me. I can handle moist, but nugget, come on. So it's either, why don't we just go with nuggets so I don't ruin the other choices.
All right.
This is a Nestle cereal.
They taste yeehaw.
The best tagline of any of these.
Yeah, there's nothing more American or more like America outside of America than the word yeehaw.
Ew, the shape.
Yeah. Here's what surprised me about the Golden Nuggets. This is what I think Corn Pops should taste like.
Yes.
This is like Corn Pops should taste like the Golden Nuggets because Golden Nuggets, they taste like corn.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
it's weird, but I'm not opposed to it. Like I'm okay with that in small doses. But this is what Corn Pops doesn't taste like anything anymore. This is what Corn Pops should taste like.
Yeah, this is like if you were to take Cocoa Puffs, this is the golden Oreo of Cocoa Puffs. Right. There's nothing like it in the US.
Yeah, this is also a cereal that like I said, I did some jazz style with some of this. I put the Ricicles in with the golden nuggets, and it tasted like death. So, like, that's a recommendation from me to you, listener. Don't mix those two cereals together.
For the amount of sugar in it, I didn't think it tasted sweet enough.
It tastes pretty corny.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
It does.
Well, especially after Ricicles,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can, but it has more sugar than Ricicles.
Where are they putting it?
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's such a strong corn flavor.
Is there like a false bottom to the box where all the sugar is being hidden?
It actually comes in packets, and you add it yourself.
Oh, see that? You didn't sit in the packets.
That's right. I kept it for my British sugar. Oh.
I'm going to make a crumpet.
No, which is, by the way, that's how the mascot probably laughs.
For sure.
His name.
Yeah.
Well, his name is. So I initially thought he looks like Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Take that, space toy.
His name is actually Klondike Pete.
Klondike Pete?
But this came out in the 70s. So Toy Story did an inadvertent lift from Golden Nuggets.
So that means that Klondike Pete, he's paying for golden nuggets in Alaska.
Was there a gold rush in Britain at any point?
Good question.
If there was a gold rush in Britain, it probably would have been in like 972.
It's probably like at least 1,000 years ago.
Right. All the gold, all the precious minerals that were in Britain at some point were mined before the Magna Carta was signed.
Klondike Pete took it all.
And his donkey's name is Pardner, and they spell it with D's. Did you notice that? Pete and Pardner.
I remember when I lived in Belgium, Tintin is really big in Belgium because the creator was Belgian. And I just remember the book Tintin Goes to America, and it's like a cowboys and Indians thing. That's how this feels.
Yeah.
This is like what is typically American, being Southern and kind of country.
10-gallon hats.
Yes.
Do you have the gains on the back, Paul?
I do. I have color, which is spelled wrong, and spell.
Color and spell.
Color and spell. Spot the difference.
And this has
match them up.
The TNT blasters.
Yes. It's got like a sort of a fake scratch off casino theme going on too.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, it's strange because it's also like a back of a cereal box inside a back of a cereal box. Do you see that?
Oh my, yeah. It's like
why are
cereal Inception.
Yeah.
What is with the cereal Inception? Somebody give me the kick.
I feel like this one's pretty heavy too. Like if you ate a full bowl of that, which maybe you guys did, like that, like it was pretty. I guess I'm comparing everything back to Kix, but Kix are light, and like this was very heavy
for a puff cereal.
For a puff cereal,
dense.
yes, for a puff cereal. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Dense.
Yeah.
I'm such a newbie in cereal terminology.
You'll get the lingo. Don't worry. It's fine.
Courtney, what milk are you using, by the way, for all this?
Well, and here I'll reference another one of our colleagues, the VP who manages the Atlanta office and the London office has come back and forth to London a few times. And he has taken to drinking milk in the afternoon. So like a 40-year-old guy he's like, hey, Courtney, you had some of that milk? He's like, I tell you what you got to do. He's like, I swear, just pour a big glass of cold milk. It's so good. It tastes different than the milk in America. And then that gets the British guys all riled up because they're like, well, of course, your milk is, your cows are too skinny, And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm drinking semi-skimmed. So that's like,
semi-skimmed?
I think it would be like a 2% for us. They don't have,
Okay.
I can't even remember the names of our milks. Skim milk. Because our skim milk is very watery. This isn't watery.
Huh.
Yeah.
It looks like it's in a really small bottle, too.
Yeah. This is, I mean, who knows? It'll probably, they're giving me liters. I have no idea what those mean. This is 200 milliliters. I'm still getting used to everything.
What is 200 milliliters in America? Like a soda bottle? Like a 20-ouncer?
No, this is like a can of Coke.
And it was $8. It was £8.
This feeds a British family for a month.
You got these Americans coming over drinking it by the glassful.
Yeah, I know. I was like, nah.
That was my British redneck, by the way.
It was great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, and then also they recommend that you have a piece of fresh fruit with it and a glass of water.
Because that makes it a balanced meal. Yeah.
That's the balanced breakfast?
125 milliliters of milk, a glass of water, and a fresh fruit.
To offset the corn.
That's right. And they call it wheat and maize cereal.
Oh.
Maize?
Yeah. So it's an ancient grain. That's health food.
Because they call corn maize?
Maize is an ancient grain. Corn is a modern grain.
Corn is so passé.
Pretty soon it's going to be high fructose maize syrup.
Golden nuggets, they tasty.
Okay, let us go to Nesquik.
Nesquik.
Also by Nestle, obviously. And it's basically Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah. Did you taste a difference between this and Cocoa Puffs, Paul?
I thought, again, it wasn't as flavorful as Cocoa Puffs.
I thought it was basically the same.
Nick, we talked about this off air. They did have Nesquik cereal in America.
Yeah, for a little bit.
They had it for a while. I guess they released it in the US and UK in 1999. Mm-hmm. And they stopped selling it in America in 2012.
Huh. I guess maybe finally Sonny, the cuckoo bird, just put the squeeze on the rabbit. It was like,
right. Well, and that was sort of the article said that it always was sort of in second to Cocoa Puffs. Nobody was even really buying it. Uh-huh. But then it started doing okay, and then they just pulled it from the shelves.
It's I mean, we've talked about before how Sonny the cuckoo bird is actually like a homicidal maniac. So maybe he just killed the American version of the Nesquik bunny and just
he's dead. Him and the Trix rabbit teamed up against the Nesquik rabbit.
Right. Like, there's only room for one rabbit in this aisle, and Sonny's like, I've got beef too. Let's get it.
And now they're on the lam because it's a hate crime. I also saw recently. Do you remember when Quick had the metal can and you'd have to pop that little thing off?
Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Kids have no idea how easy life is for them today. You have your Nestle's Quick is in an easy to open container.
Uh-huh.
You have original programming that is made for you on a channel created for you.
Uh-huh.
And you have the answer to every single question on Earth in the palm of your hand.
These kids these days, they need to get off my lawn too.
I mean, seriously.
Old man Tilbian.
I bet you the Nesquik dissolves better in cold liquid too, so you don't have the sediment at the bottom. Did you drink Nesquik as a kid?
Yeah, I did. I mean, not very much. We were more of like the Hershey syrup for chocolate milk.
That's way better.
Family, yeah.
We were as well.
Yeah, the syrup's the way to go.
Yeah.
Now,
this is what I was expecting for the Nesquik cereal that I didn't get. Nesquik has a different flavor to it. It has a different, like almost like a chemical difference between like regular chocolate. So I was expecting that flavor to be in the cereal, but it just tasted like Cocoa Puffs to me. Maybe Cocoa Puffs actually taste like Nesquik cereal. I don't know.
I felt like this may go back to the British chocolate thing, but it had like a little bit of a dark chocolatey kind of thing going on.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Not exactly that, but it tasted super chocolatey to me, but not as sweet as I expected. Considering it's, this like puff children's cereal with a bunny on the front. It wasn't very sweet. It was very chocolatey, but it wasn't very sweet.
Super chocolatey.
Yeah.
Nothing fun going on the box either.
Not really, no.
I think we need to briefly talk about the quality of the boxes.
Is there a quality difference?
They are really, really thin.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm glad these were carried on. These would be crushed by a heavy sneeze. And they're white on the inside.
Oh.
You guys we have brown usually?
Yeah, so American cereal boxes are a little bit thicker.
Crave is brown. Maybe it's a Kellogg's Nestle thing. It's a Kellogg's Nestle thing.
Yeah, so these are really thin the Nestle ones, and they're if Nick and I harken back to our paper processing work in the old days, white making recycled stuff white is actually worse on the environment. So come on, Nestle.
Get it together, Nestle.
But don't worry, there's a great logo on here that says Card Recycles.
They couldn't say cardboard. They just said card.
Or card
They
box.
call it card. They're super hip. They shorten everything.
Hipsters.
Bunch of millennials running these things.
Yeah, Hipsters started in London. I don't know if you know.
With cereal.
With cereal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they have that super cereal cafe, which I haven't tried yet here.
Which is a shame.
I know.
Nesquik was good. It's a good sort of middle of the road cereal.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that we had that cereal.
Oh, this Kellogg's Crunchy Nut chocolate clusters.
And this, I have to say, Paul, is one that you were most excited about. You were like, definitely get Crunchy Nut clusters. Definitely get. And I was like, okay.
That is a dead-on
Whoa.
excited Paul impression.
Can I just? And looking in the box, the clusters are huge. Huge.
Yeah, they're big.
I have never
They're big.
seen clusters this big.
Yeah,
Did your clusters make it intact, Nick?
they did. Yeah, they did. Here's another thing I like about this episode is that it's kind of like an ASMR episode because we've got like the box opening and the
Guys.
crunching and stuff like that. You put them
Yeah.
both in, it's great.
The cluster is out of control. That's like a Rice Krispie treat.
This is a Rice Krispie treat.
This is basically granola.
Like
Right?
smaller granolas, so it's not like as I mean, we've talked before how I don't think granola is a cereal, but yeah, I feel like that these are smaller bits that are fit better into the cereal category.
Did you guys eat this with milk, dry, or yogurt?
I ate it with milk. I should have eaten it with yogurt. It's a missed opportunity.
I had it dry. Well, here's what I ended up doing. I ate all the huge clusters dry. And then I was like, oh, I better put some milk in this. The best part about this cereal, well, for two things. It's like granola, but they mixed it with almost like a Rice Krispie kind of texture. Mm-hmm. It's not as dense. And the chocolate, which I have never seen before in the history of cereal, it's like shaved ribbons of actual chocolate.
Which is interesting in a lot of those. One, again, chocolate from another land, always more delicious. But also, like, it almost like it dissolved a little bit into the milk because it was so thin. It made such good milk at the end.
It was awesome. It is the best. It's so good. It should replace all granolas in America. And this should be here.
This should be here.
There's no reason why this shouldn't be here. Now, here is an awesome stat from the front of the box.
Yeah. Hit me.
Courtney, oh my God. Courtney just drank the milk. Wow.
Well, I mean,
Nice.
come on. after you give this stat, I think everyone will understand why.
So it says, number one for taste, with like a ribbon, and then it has a little asterisk, and when you read it, it says, tested against 85% of the cluster's products in the market.
Okay.
That's a what?
It makes no sense
It
whatsoever.
doesn't make any sense. What are you
So we
talking
tested
about?
it against the ones that were worse than ours, but the ones that are better than ours, we didn't test it against them.
I also want to know how many clusters products are in this market. You know?
Right. What are all the clusters products?
Yeah.
Oh man!
Is it Honey Bunches of Oats? They tested against that?
and I would say like what Nestle's low kilojoule granola crunch.
Kilojoule.
Everything is in kilojoules and kcals.
It is. I don't.
It's
yeah.
bizarre. They also have a crunchy nut porridge.
And they have different flavors of this. This crunchy nut line.
Yeah, what did you see when you were at the store?
Berry ones, original ones. The back of this box is talking about a glorious oat granola. Oh wait, no,
Which is
no,
awesome.
Wait,
Glorious.
Sorry, it's glorious oat granola flavor, fabulous fruit and nuts. Oh, and then Crackin hazelnuts and chocolate is another flavor. We didn't get that. We got chocolate clusters.
The berry cluster sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, there were berry versions.
Yeah, I'm curious about how that would play because only because like the chocolate one was so good. I don't know why anybody would choose any other flavor.
I like how the porridge is marketed as porridge meets pleasure.
Disgusting.
And then that's right above like a thing dropping honey.
Yeah.
This
is some risky cereal.
That's so foul. So foul.
I know.
The trouble, mine says, the trouble is, ... they taste too good.
So many troubles that you have over there. So many troubles.
I just like that it's called glorious oat granola.
Yeah, that is.
It's glorious. This would be amazing at a Menchie's.
Oh yeah, like a yogurt land or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, with the chocolate shaving. They could actually, this could be at our cereal cafe, this could be a premium product.
We can upsell for this one, upcharge us.
Yeah, it says like includes 5 mix-ins, and then these mix-ins have like a little plus next to them.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to Panera and have the You Pick 2, everything is upcharge on the You Pick 2.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my God, Paul, you still go to Panera? Yes, Nick, it's where I live. Zip, 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 zip. All right, we didn't have to have that conversation.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I knew it was there.
I thought it in my head. You said Panera. I was like, ugh, when's the last time I went to a Panera?
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of on Team Nick for this one. I never understood the Panera thing. I really haven't.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Like, I know we all need a quick lunch place, but, like, it's never been Panera for me.
Sorry, dude. I voted.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. It's sort of like stuff I could make at home, but I don't feel like it. Frozen soup
turkey
and
sandwich?
a turkey sandwich. Yeah.
the placing a slab of meat on a piece of bread, too much for Paul.
There's got to be a better way.
Wait a minute. I gotta buy turkey and lettuce and no, I'm out.
Yeah, that's just something that we talked about before, Paul, is the actual reason why you go to restaurants is because you just don't want to buy all the products that it takes in order to make it yourself.
And then it all goes bad. Because who buys fruit that doesn't go bad? Fruit always goes bad.
It doesn't if you eat it before it goes bad. Like it tastes good and it's great.
And I guess this is the reason you're a guy who started a cereal podcast, because that's as elevated as cooking gets for Paul. You have to combine 2 ingredients in one bowl.
Oh my God.
Who can live at that speed?
This isn't quick cook. I'm out.
2 minutes in the microwave, forget it. Oh no, you can do that. You can do that for lunch.
Yeah.
I can do that for lunch.
Amy's organic
This is
mac
a
and
cereal
cheese.
podcast.
Yeah, sorry.
This isn't an Amy's frozen mac and cheese podcast.
Yet.
Which, by the way, Amy's is like the most, I don't know, green or blue state food I eat, you know?
That's the most California you get.
I'm surprised you can buy it in our, bleeding red state of Georgia. He has to go to like black market Amy's. Yeah.
I have to go down to Vinings for it.
Yeah.
It's got real regional.
You buy it out of the back of a Volkswagen.
That's right. The same where I get my my raw milk guy also has got my my Amy's burritos.
All right, so we've only got one cereal left, right?
Oh, and I'm eating it right now.
Oh my God!
I just want to. Does this sound really like it's a rock?
It does. It's like you're biting into stones.
Oh, I'm so troubled by this, by the look of
You
it.
should be.
Like, I'm so troubled.
So what's the official name of the cereal?
This is officially called Weetabix Crispy Minis. Fuel your day, banana.
Banana.
Now, did you guys have Weetabix? Or like Weetabix, I remember we had Weetabix sometimes growing up. Again, a very grainy, branny, and it's a really, no, this is not, none of you, no?
Never.
I'm looking at blank faces. Because it's, these are crispy minis. regular ones are that oval shape, about this big, and it's weird. It crumbles. So you're supposed to like break it and crumble it in the bowl with like yogurt or milk or whatever. Because it was basically a block of bran, that was an okay cereal in my house, you know? Yeah.
So it's basically like if you have original shredded wheat, these are like the bite-sized frosted mini wheats of Weetabix.
Oh my God.
Courtney.
You guys, it tastes like melted Laffy Taffy on cardboard.
I love that Courtney's had 5 bowls of cereal and now she's going to be ill on the last one.
This is so bad. It's
the best description. It's like melted Laffy Taffy on top of bran, and it's revolting.
It's so revolting. Paul, why are you still eating it?
It's not terrible.
It is terrible.
It's like if you took Weetabix and then you put a melted banana candle on it.
Because it does. You can taste the plastic.
It's terrible dry. I ate it with milk and it wasn't half bad. I think I'm going to eat the whole box. I have a garbage mouth when it comes to artificial flavor.
I will allow that milk dulls out the plastic flavor.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't make it good.
It does not make it good. There's nothing good about it. It's terrible. Like that was a cereal that like I got all these amazing plastic bags that were like carefully wrapped in bubble wrap and sent to me, and I'm like, oh, this is great. And I would scoop out bowls of the Ricicles and the Nesquik and everything, and like, this is amazing. And then I had one bite of the Weetabix cereal, and I was just like, this is a terrible idea. I don't know why I agreed to do this. My life is worse because of this.
I have one positive thing I can say about it. Consistency-wise, I like how it kind of sponges up the milk.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
That's just totally about total consistency and mouth feeling. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I like about shredded wheat, too, is when it kind of soaks up the milk and you bite into the shredded wheat and the milk kind of pours out. Like, I like that, too.
Yeah.
There's a sweet spot with this cereal that once you achieve it, it is quite satisfying.
Paul, you just haven't gone grocery shopping in a few weeks.
Now, I will say, we had a choice, and we all agreed that we should try the banana because it did sound so foul. Oh, that banana taste is in my mouth now.
Also,
that's bad.
If you look on the cover, it seems to have tiny banana pieces inside the... I don't see that on each... Do you?
I don't either.
Yeah.
No. This is the McDonald's menu versus the McDonald's reality is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Now, they do make a chocolate chip and a fruit and nut one.
I think that fruit and nut one might be good.
This is like when you think of granola bar cereal. This is granola bar cereal. This could be Quaker granola bar cereal. The chocolate chip.
I also like, Paul, do you see how they very proudly say, no artificial colors with a check mark? They don't say flavors. They can't say flavors.
It's all artificial flavor. It's only artificial flavor.
The other positive to this is I'm sure it's a medical alternative to drinking that stuff before a colonoscopy. And it tastes about the same, I'm sure.
Oh, and there's the Queen Majesty thing. There's no way she tried this banana one. There's no way. She did not try the banana one. If she did, she's taking it back. She's revoking the seal.
She only eats the Weetabix with the raisins inside. That's the only ones that she eats.
For sure. That is the most royal of the Weetabix.
It's very regal.
Now that's interesting because Kellogg's is by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, purveyor of cereals, Kellogg Marketing and Sales, but this one is by appointment to Her Majesty the Queen, manufacturers of breakfast cereals.
Wait, the Weetabix
is the Queen.
Is for the manufacturers?
The Weetabix is manufacturers of breakfast cereal, and Kellogg's is purveyors of cereal.
Okay, I have a theory. So because it's for the manufacturers, basically the store owners did not want to sell the cereal. Nobody wants to touch the cereal with a 10-foot pole. So the manufacturers are like, well, we have to do something with all these sawdust scraps of cereal that we have at the bottom of the floor. Let's put it together with melted Laffy Taffy and like try to sell this thing and get the queen to sell it for us. And,
but wait, how will the sawdust stick together? I've got it.
I've got the answer.
Melt the Laffy Taffy.
It's now and later's and Laffy Taffy. That's how we'll stick it together.
Yeah.
And so then they got the stamp of approval. It was like, well, the purveyors are not going to sell this thing. So we have to get the manufacturer seal. That's the only way that we can legitimize the cereal. It's good for the economy.
Well, I think because it's British, they had to give them something. You know, like, look, this doesn't taste good, but maybe we can get you like a manufacturers union seal or something.
Because it's a genius of manufacturing. It's a genius of product creation. It's not a genius of like actual taste or any kind of cereal sales, anything. It's just
they took care of England's sawdust problem.
Right.
That's what they did.
It's a miracle of manufacturing. It's not a miracle of anything else.
I'm sure you could do inexpensive cork floors out of original Weetabix.
They actually make.
So I take it.
They actually make playgrounds out of that Weetabix, so that when kids fall on the ground, it doesn't hurt as much.
We are not looking for a Weetabix sponsorship.
I mean,
No.
It's just the exchange rate's going to kill us, you know. So, oh boy, yeah. I think I would definitely want to try the chocolate chip Weetabix crispy minis.
Yeah, basically the other flavors sound pretty decent because, yeah, like you said, Courtney, I like the milk soaking up into the cereal, and like that's a nice effect for a cereal to have. And Weetabix otherwise doesn't taste like anything. It's just the banana flavor is just so atrocious. It's just a nightmare in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's not quite Applejack's nightmare, but it's like almost Applejack's nightmare.
No, it's like gag worthy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Because it's a combination of like banana. I've just gotten used to banana. I've never gotten used to banana flavor. I can now tolerate bananas in dessert things. I can't ever do the banana flavor thing. You know? It's so chemical.
It's
that
very
banana
chemical.
Flavor.
Yeah,
it's so chemical.
Yeah. So that's it though. We've covered all the cereals.
We covered 6 cereals. Do we want to try to rank them, or do we want to just give a best and a worst?
Let's start with best and worst. And I think we can fill in the blanks maybe.
Okay, Courtney, best.
Ricicles. Yeah.
Nick.
Krave.
Crunchy nut chocolate clusters. Oh, those little, I can't get over the rolled shaved chocolate. I feel like I'm in a fancy restaurant when I eat this cereal. And it's like, instead of now this could be a thing, Nick. You have your dessert, so they come over with the fresh Parmesan and he's like, doing what if they came over with like a big thing of Cadbury and he's like, more shavings, governor.
Because he would never stop. That's why they don't do that. Because that
is what I know.
Enough. They're like, no, more.
I'm just going to open my mouth, sir.
Sir, I've covered the entire table with the chocolate shavings. I could use a little more.
I see the tablecloth right there, sir. Worst cereal, Courtney.
Oh, Weetabix. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Weetabix banana, hands down.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I will be happy that the one we picked as the dog turned out to be the dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting into when I said, yes, the banana cereal.
We stacked
Hence
the deck.
why there are no... which, interesting, no banana cereals in America.
Okay, most pleasantly surprising cereal. Paul.
Ricicles.
Courtney.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is getting redundant, but I have to say Ricicles as well. Because I was kind of like, how interesting can frosted Rice Krispies be? And it was good. It was really good, yeah.
It was really good. I'm going to go off book. I'm going to say Golden Nuggets were the most pleasantly surprising of the cereals.
See, that's my most disappointing is Golden Nuggets.
I thought about them with Weetabix banana, but then I remembered the plastic taste and my gagging, and I was like, oh yeah, Weetabix banana is the worst.
Well, for some reason, I felt like Golden Nuggets was going to be like Captain Crunch, and I just had that impression in my head. It was a letdown from the start. It's like when you ask for a Coke, and you get it, and you take a sip, and it's iced tea, like the disaster that happens in your brain, and you're like, ah! That's what happened when I ate Golden Nuggets.
Interesting. Yeah, my most disappointing was Nesquik. I was expecting something a little different, and it didn't taste very different to me.
And then I guess Krave was just generally awesome, right?
You're onto something with the Nutella thing in cereal. I don't know why America hasn't got on that yet. I mean, I feel like it's making strides in the U.S.
The U.S. is just not ready for that kind of flavor explosion. They're just not ready.
Well, when you know that, Jif now makes like a knockoff Nutella, and Reese's makes a knockoff Nutella. I feel like Nutella needs to either get that cereal going or just sell it to, General Foods or ConAgra, the brand, the cereal brand, because they're losing market share of quality. Nutella stands for quality, healthy. I hate that Nutella is marketed as like, the kids love their wheat bread. I'm like, yeah, because you're putting melted chocolate on it.
You could wipe it on dog poop and kids would love it.
It's like, oh, I love asparagus with Velveeta on it. And I'm like, well, of course you do. You're putting Velveeta on it.
Yeah.
I love broccoli with cheese sauce.
So, are we done? Should we cut and roll?
Yeah, I think we should cut and roll.
All right. So thank you guys for listening to the Super Serial Podcast. You can listen to us on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Overcast FM, and on SoundCloud, and on Google Play Music, which is what people listen to things on sometimes.
And you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. You could follow us on Facebook and Tumblr, but there's not a lot going on there.
Not a lot going on?
I've heard...
We're busy. We're just busy people. We're just busy.
I've heard from the kids in the office that Facebook's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to start doing. We have to go Snapchat. We got to go WhatsApp. We got to start doing Whisper. We'll start doing posts on Whisper.
I don't even know what that is.
We'll start doing posts on Signal so that we can just do P2P encryption. So that we, because of our political undertones.
Yik Yak. Is Yik
Yak
still a thing?
I don't know if that's still a thing.
I think it's only a thing in Atlanta.
Yeah, and college campuses to talk about awful things.
You guys should go totally old school and like Morse code it.
We'll just do Morse code. We're sending it out only on Morse code.
Yeah.
We're also, we'll also, just to really flip the script, we're just going to do Google Plus from now on. That's the only social media platform we're doing now is Google Plus. But speaking of Google Plus, you can also email us at superserialpodcast@gmail.com with your questions or with comments or with other. If you have questions about British cereal, we can pass them along to Courtney, who is our correspondent in the field now.
Yeah, I absolutely field correspondent. I'd like that to be my my title from now on.
Special correspondent, Courtney Cesari.
This is coming live.
Oh, I said her whole name!
Leave it out! You outed me.
Oh, President Trump is going to let you stay there.
And the banana Weetabix people are going to be like hunting me down. God bless you.
You're gonna wake up and like go out walk out the door for work, and there's just gonna be a pile of Weetabix in front of your door. or just like you can get out of bed, you like just like the horse's head from The Godfather. There's just gonna be a pile of like Weetabix with Laffy Taffy
and Laffy Taffy wrappers. They're like, you tasted correctly, and now you will pay.
Now you will pay. How dare you out our secret? That was our secret formula.
Oh,
the people of pro Weetabix, the pro Weetabix minority is going to be lobbying for you to leave the country.
Yeah, guys, there's
Love
totally
it or leave
something
it,
there, and my mind is it because there's something Weetabix. They want me to leave Brexit. Come on, there's something here.
Weetabixit.
Weetabixit, yeah.
Weetabixit.
You've been Weetabrixited.
I think that we need to go on a high note. So this is Nick.
This is Paul.
And special correspondent Courtney.
And this has been Serial.
Cereal.